Hi guys, Shelly here with the Gray Wren Nest. Today's video is for all of my sewing friends out there. A sewer, a quilter, a leather worker, embroiderer, anything that has to do with cutting in your craft room. And I have a special treat for you, so stick around. This video was also prompted due to the fact that many of you know I had an accident and I'm still trying to figure out how to regain my strength in my hand for cutting. And I'll be honest with you, I've been a little depressed because I haven't been able to figure out how to be in my sewing room and be productive. And it's just breaking my heart because this craft room, the crafting, sewing, embroidery, leatherwork feeds my soul. And I know if you're watching this video, you understand what I'm talking about. So I had to get creative and figure out a way. And I remember a long time ago, this was in my stash. It's a Black & Decker electric scissors, but then I realized it didn't work. But you know what? I'm glad I found it because yes, I can do it with my left hand, but I am not my left hand's not my dominant hand. So this was a little more difficult for me to try to figure out, even though it didn't work, but trying to do a straight line with cutting, and you know how important straight lines are in crafting, especially in quilting. So I tried to figure out how I could do it with my right hand, and the problem is it's still a little too heavy for my right hand, so that's a no-go. I'd have to do it with both hands. But I can't get a grip with my dominant hand. I can't do it yet. And I also tried to practice with a rotary cutter. I can do pretty well with a straight line with a rotary cutter, but not very, it's still not perfect for me. It's not professional, especially in the quilting world where you have to have perfect lines. I struggled even with this because it's still not my dominant hand. Give it a try with your non-dominant hand, you'll see what I mean. So I went online, and at the beginning I was searching for this because I figured that this would be in my price range. I could figure it out and I would learn to do it with my left hand, or at least support it with my left and my right and stay straight. But the more research I did with this and the more videos that I watched, I realized that the fabric would get caught in here, and also it's not big enough to do leather work. And leather work is something that I love to do. So I had a dilemma, and also the pricing. These run anywhere, if you get a decent one, anywhere from about $40 on up. $40 I'd say is probably your base price. That's where you're going to get a nice one. But if it's in the $40 range, they don't come with replacement heads. And once this knife, this blade right here, runs out, this head pops off and you have to buy replacement heads. So I'm thinking to myself, this can get very costly with as much as I cut. And so I kept searching. I went on Amazon, because Amazon you can find anything. And you can also get it within a couple-day period, and that makes me happy. Instant gratification. That, if you know Shelly, it's instant gratification. So I just decided I was going to set this aside and try to forget about this option. Now, with regular scissors, I do have the motion to where I can go like this, and it's slow. It's not painful, but it is slow and methodical, and it'll take me forever to cut that way with scissors. It's good therapy though, but you know me, it's not good enough. So I kept looking, and I may have had a little bit of a breakdown. My husband is trying to console me and, you know, figure out what to do to get me back into my craft room. So I kept looking and I ran across this. And of course my first thought was, wow, it sits up on its own. It's got a beautiful, nice blade. Then I got to looking more. The only drawback is that it's got a cord, but so did this one. It had a cord, but I think it was you have options of getting wireless and, you know, Wi-Fi chargeable ones. I didn't see a chargeable one on this one, but I really liked how you could put it on any surface and just move it along. Well, I think I can stay in a straight line on something like this. And it has a turn on button. Then all I have to do is hold it and go like this as it cuts. I don't need a cutting mat under it. I can, if once I get on the floor, I'm not so sure I could get back up, but I could do it on the floor. If I had a big piece of quilting material that I wanted to cut out, or a lot of leather I wanted to cut out, I can cut it out on the floor because this plate prevents any cutting mishaps. So I really like this feature. I like the plate feature. I like the handle feature. I like the on button feature. And I also like the bottom because it has rollers. See those rollers? There's 3. And if I can pick it, it's heavy, but I can still pick it up with one hand, my good hand. So it's a heavy duty industrial cutting tool. And let me show you what it can do. Oh, and another feature that I like about this, right here, this button, you press this button, see it right there. Press that button and it's a grinding tool. So you press it when this is on and it presses against the blade and sharpens it. So I thought, you know, this just has all of the features that I would be looking for. I mean, eventually I'm going to have to replace the blade, but that's down the road. It has a place to put oil in to keep it lubricated. Once again, the downfall, of course, is the plug. And I like the grinding stone, I like the bottom plate, and I like the easeability of this. And I think this is going to get me back in my sewing room. Let's practice to see what we can cut. Look how easy that was. And a nice straight line. So a win for silk. Let's see how many layers we can do of this. Let's see, it's double. So here's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Let's see if we can get 12, 13 layers. Let's give it a try. Notice how I adjusted that front guard. Oop, I'm going against my advice. Layers of silk. Beautiful, beautiful cut. This is muslin. Here's 2, 3, 4, 18. This is 20 layers of muslin. Weight this down on this side. Gonna hold it beautiful cut. Let's try lace. I'll weight this side down. And I actually have a neat line to try to follow. So I'm going to see if I can follow the line. Okay, so it's going to jerk a little. And look at that. Beautiful. Okay, 9 layers of lace. I'm going to weight one side down. Guys, you don't know how excited I am because I literally cried in my studio the other day because I was so limited. I cannot grasp a rotary cutter yet. Scissors, yes, take forever and it's jagged and it's not straight. Like I said, I had this, it didn't work, but I realized I could not hold on to it properly with my type of injury. So if you are a person that hasn't been able to get into your crafting room because of an injury, there are always ways to figure out how to do it. And I encourage you to try to be creative. And I am sharing this with you to hopefully give you some motivation of ways around cutting the typical way. And yes, this is probably meant more for like multiple layers and cutting out big patterns all at once, but it works on single pieces of material. And that's what caught my eye, because this is my answer to getting back into the sewing room. So I hope you find solace and excitement in this video, and it gets you back into your crafting area as well. Okay, I need to weight it down. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to cut on this line right here. There is a line for me to follow. Nine pieces of lace, 9 layers. And look at that beautiful cut. It's gorgeous. Next up in my fabric pile, I have an old shirt. Ta-da! 6 pieces of flannel, and it is only about 1/4 of an inch, so it can do up to 1 inch of fabric. So I'm confident that I could have continued on folding. Let's see how it cuts. Look at that. Beautiful. For us quilters, this looks familiar, doesn't it? It's a backing with batting. A backing and a batting. Let's see how this cuts. Because how many times are you sitting on a floor trying to cut off the excess or having it draped on your table? Well, with this, you don't have to worry about what you set your cutter on, because it can be on the bare floor by itself. It can be on a table. It does not have to be on a cutting mat, and that's the beauty of this. Look at that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 layers here. Because look how thick that is. Yes, you can squish it down, but I was definitely at my max. Isn't that amazing though? Can you imagine what you can cut out and how many multiple layers of things at one time? Let's try some, this looks like 1/4 inch foam. 1/4 inch foam. There is no sticky residue on this, so it's not self-adhesive foam, it's just a piece of foam. I think it hopefully is small enough that I can do this just like this. I don't know about this. Let's give, this does have adhesive on one side, and it is, you know, interfacing, stiff interfacing. Amazing. Let's try some t-shirt material. See, hold it down. Beautiful. 6 layers of t-shirt material. And I'm confident we can go higher. I just don't want to waste all my pieces of fabric, because this is only about 1/8 of an inch when you squeeze it all together. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put this down a little bit. Ta-da! Oh, you've noticed I hold one side with my hand here and one side with a weight. And if you're like tracing around a pattern, it would be important for you to lay down multiple weights. That's what I would do. I would lay down multiple weights on one side and then work your hand along the pattern as you go and take this along your pattern line, and you should be good. 6 layers of heavy denim. This is from a blue jean jacket. Does that look familiar? If you've been following my videos, I did a really cool blue jean jacket video. That's what this is from. I never throw anything away. Here we go. Ta-da! I'm not gonna waste my material here because it's too big of a piece, and I know I can make some fabulous stuff out of this one. Ugh. Did you notice how high up I got my arm? This is my exercise in my therapy. I'm supposed to do, you know, finger taps daily and blah, blah, blah. But being in here and working out, I mean, look, I'm getting up there and letting gravity take its place. I'm making progress just by being in this sewing room. So it's great therapy. Minky? Don't know. Let's give it a try. 3 layers of minky. Wow. Okay, now we're going to work on burlap. It's a nice piece here, so I'm just going to do a small section so I don't waste it. So here is a single layer of burlap that I just cut. And I'm not going to cut multiple layers because I don't want to waste this burlap, but it shows you how nice it cut it. And my husband's giving me the what look. My husband just rolls his eyes. Do you have a husband like that who just rolls his eyes whenever you do something? I do, but oh wow. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of terry cloth. I'm sure I can do it because this machine's amazing. Weight it down. Are we ready? Of terry cloth right there. Now we're getting into the home goods materials section that you would find at stores. 5 layers of fabric here. Okay, this is a piece that I've never cut into. It is upholstery fabric that has the, it's the outdoor. You know how you have indoor and outdoor? This is the outdoor that would be waterproof. Okay, we're gonna see if we can do 8 layers. Let's try sheepskin. Isn't that beautiful material? I make a lot of wallets out of this. Wait. And there we go. 6 layers of sheepskin. Here's 6 layers of sheepskin. Notice it went a little crooked. I think that that's probably at its max. I'm not sure if I'd do a 6 if you want a really straight line. This is pebbled cowhide. There we go. I think I'm really excited about the leather pieces because leather, it's gonna take a while for me to be able to really have pressure on leather, especially in a typical roller blade. I'm not gonna be able to do it for quite a while, and this is allowing me to do that. I'm so excited. The next thickness of leather, this is about 1/8 of an inch thick. Ta-da! So we're going to cut this leather next. 1/8 of an inch thick still, but it's more solid, more stiff. Look at that. Beautiful. And then this is veg tan leather, and it's harness leather. This is what I use for my straps for my purses. Look how thick that is and stiff. Wow. That's amazing. I am so happy I got this machine. And there you have it. From very thin, lightweight sheer materials, clear up to my thick harness leather that I use for purse straps. This is a champion. It does such a nice job. I'll have it linked in the Amazon store below. Please know I am not sponsored by this company. I purely purchased it due to the state of the situation I'm in with my hand, and I was looking for a way to get back in my sewing room, and this is it. Thank you for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video.